Norma Bixler, seeking God, trusting Him, listening for His voice and direction.
I used to live in Pittsburgh, and one day I decided I needed to go shopping downtown. You know, I did have a family, and I was only 7 minutes from the city of Pittsburgh, and so I got on the bus, and I went downtown, and I did some shopping, and I was at Gimbel's, and I started towards Kaufman's on Smithfield Street. And when I was on the sidewalk, there were people around me, coming towards me, beside me. There were people waiting on the bus, all sorts of activity going on, because in those days we didn't have all the malls that we have today, and so everybody went downtown. They went to work, they went to shop, they went for whatever reason to eat lunch. And I was looking at the people, and there were all ages of people. And there were short people, and there were tall people, and I was just looking at each one as they came towards me, and the Lord said, "You're looking at the people, but look in their eyes." And this is the only time this happened in my life, and you know, when the Lord speaks, you do what He says. And so I looked in their eyes, and I just saw sadness and trouble and blank looks, and I could see they were needy people, but when I looked in their eyes, I could tell they did not know who Jesus Christ is. But I did, but they didn't. And that's the reason I believe that God raised people up to put us here for you who are watching today. We needed a television station to tell about Jesus and all He can do for each one of us. And so that's why Cornerstone Television is here. It's for you, because everybody ought to know who Jesus is. And we just trust that you're going to understand, that you're going to know who Jesus is.
Everybody